The year is 1965. Muhammad Ali has defeated Sonny Liston in the rematch, which resulted in a controversial first-round knockout. Floyd Patterson had recently won a big fight against top contender George Chuvalo. After Ali defeated Sonny Liston, the two names that came up the most regarding Ali's next opponent was former heavyweight champion of the world Floyd Patterson and top-rated contender, the Canadian George Chuvalo. By the end of July, Ali had made a verbal agreement to meet Floyd Patterson, and the date that they were shooting for was sometime in November. Let's not forget that Ali had only made a verbal agreement to meet Floyd Patterson. There was still some discussion in the air on him perhaps fighting George Chuvalo or maybe even the WBA champion Ernie Terrell. Of course, Ali was the WBC heavyweight champion. In 1965, both Ali and Patterson appeared on the famous popular talk show, What's My Line? What's My Line was a talk show that ran in between the years of 1950 through 1967. We will take a look at both Ali and Patterson's appearances on the popular talk show What's My Line to get a difference in the personalities leading up to the super clash that may be taking place within the next few months. Here we will get an idea of the personalities that fight fans were witnessing going into perhaps the mega bout between the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Floyd Patterson, and the current WBC and lineal heavyweight champion, Muhammad Ali.
Panel, as you know, we now use a different form of questioning, one question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise. And we will begin with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Are you a motion picture star?
No.
That's no. One down and 9 to go, Mr. Boga.
So sorry.
You are in show business.
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Are you in sports?
Yes.
Yes?
Mr. Sir.
Jolly good. Is it a sport that is played at one particular season of the year?
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Good heavens. Is it a sport that is entered in the Olympics?
Yes.
Mr. Boga.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Yes, it's bigger than a bread box, Victor.
Good. Do you do one? Oh, am I through?
Yeah, no, you're still it.
Oh, my goodness.
They knew you were kidding with that.
No, I really meant that. Is it an indoor sport?
Sometimes.
Miss
I beg your
Francis?
pardon?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Is it... You're finished. In a nice kind of way.
I can't see a thing.
Is it a sport in which you have recently had a glorious triumph?
Yes.
Mr. Patterson.
Right. Mr. Floyd Patterson, and he has indeed won a triumph, and I must say, I was sitting there watching it. He beat Chuvalo last Monday night in as fine a 12 rounds of boxing as I've ever set eyes on. Victor, you can unmask now.
Why don't you ask me a question?
Did you see?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Patterson.
Yeah.
Bravo.
But it was, and I don't want to embarrass Floyd, it was a fine fight. By golly, it was just two good men putting together the best that they could for 12 long rounds. And it's going to be, I guess you're going to do the commentary. On the next Sunday on CBS, they're going to play the tape of the fight. And I recommend, are you going to do the commentary on it, aren't you,
Yes,
Floyd?
yes.
Oh, boy, that's wonderful.
I hope it's not opposite us, John.
Oh, no, I hope it isn't. I know it isn't. It can't be because it's on CBS. But
Who are you
Floyd,
going
I
after
think...
next?
What, say, Benny?
Who are you going after next?
Well, I hope to get a chance to fight Cassius Clay.
Oh,
That'll be...
that would be lovely. I must say, and Floyd made it clear the next day, and in fact made it clear that night, that Cavallo is a really rugged man, isn't he? And Floyd kept on hitting him, and he just didn't keep on even bouncing, did he?
Well, I would like to say one thing about my opponent, Chevello. I think that he gained just as much in defeat as I did in victory.
Oh, very nicely put, Floyd. Very nicely put. Well, it was fine. You were a great credit to the game, and thanks a lot for coming to see us. As you know, in this case, a different form of questioning. One question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise. And we will begin with Mr. Garagiola. Are you in the movies?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Are you primarily in nightclubs? No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Gable. Are you an athlete?
Yes.
Miss Francis?
Are you involved in a sport that Mr. Garagiola has particular interest in? By that I mean no?
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Garagiola.
Are you on a roster? Are you a player?
Yes. That's a very interesting question. Now, are you on the roster? That's a tough question, Joe. Would you like to withdraw it? Pardon me. I think that in the terms of the question as you're asking it, I'm going to risk giving you a no. I do not think you'd describe our guest as being on the roster as you would a player in a multiple-man sport. Miss Kilgallen?
Well, would you say, John, that eliminated such sports as baseball, football, soccer,
Yeah.
curling,
Yeah.
things like that?
Especially curling.
It would not, however, eliminate golf, would it?
No, it would not.
Therefore, are you a golfer, Mr. Guest? No.
That's 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Gable.
Are you a boxer?
Yes.
Miss Francis?
Boy, that sure isn't the voice for it, is it? Let me see now. What's exactly? Are you a man?
Who was heavyweight?
Are you a man?
Yes.
No, I know you're a man. Yes, all right. Are you a fellow who was named after a chap that they brought the mountains to by the name of Mohammed? Are you Cassius Clay?
Yes. Martin, one thing that would tickle you is that I dare say that our guest has had his difficult moments in the ring, but he's never had any more difficult moments in getting that little squeaky voice up. After every use, he had to practically cough the floor away over here on the right. Actually, you have been in boxing. When did you win the gold medal in the?
That was in 1960, the Olympic Games.
The 1960 games. I was trying to think tonight earlier.
And now we are working on this new bout with what's this fellow's name? Patterson, Floyd Patterson.
Floyd Patterson. We've had Floyd with us.
Right.
This new chap.
I would like to tell all of the peoples out here in our TV audience and our live audience that to be there at the closed circuit TVs, which will be shown by Sports Vision, and it will be a great fight, one of history's best.
I must say this, if Floyd is in there, we know he will be doing his best, and you as the champion of the world will certainly be doing yours, and I think it will be a good fight. He's a fine man.
Thank you.
And
I'd
I'm
like
glad
to
to
say I've always watched your show ever since I was this small.
Don't be mean to us.
I must admit, you really don't look that old.
Well, thank you very much. say good night to the family as you go out. Well, you ended up with a bang tonight, panel, so we